welcome back to my YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, it's been a while since I've done a long form, but today it's necessitated by circumstances because, like most of you know, and I will be pushing traffic from my short form content platforms like IG, TikTok to this video. And yeah, recently I was doing a brand promo around crypto, and I thought, you know what, I can't all of a sudden from the middle of nowhere, given that I've never been open about crypto on my platform, be pushing this brand without actually educating you guys about crypto properly. So I decided with my team that we will take some time and try to do a longer form video to help like fully simplify crypto, simplify Yellow Card, the platform and the brand that is promoting this video, and to be able to make it digestible, simplified to us newbies in the crypto world. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, click like, click follow, click subscribe, and you know, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Today's video is a serious one because the notes were written down. So I do not want to miss anything, and I'd like to simplify the notes that I have. Basically what happened was I did get to understand Yellow Card as the platform, and to understand crypto, and to understand the services that the platform gives or provides to people by listening to a very insightful interview by the country manager of Yellow Card. I will put a link of the video somewhere here, and he was on Kingori, I think, or something like that, and he was talking about the platform, and I loved the video, and it was just like light bulb when I watched the whole thing. And I wanted to break it down for you guys the way I understood it, and I wanted to share in this video my learnings, my understanding, and my key takeaways from that video, which I believe would be helpful to you. And me as your coach, your favorite budgeting coach, I must provide you with this information in the most simplified way, like I said. So let's go. So as I was listening to the interview by the country manager of Yellow Card, he was able to break it down so simply. Yani, I was just like, what? It was just this simple. But anyway, I'm here to do it for you. And of course, I will link the video if you want to go watch his and listen to his own words. This one is my understanding of the concept, but you can of course go and listen to the full interview. So basically for him, he tried to compare M-Pesa to blockchain crypto. And he said, as a consumer, you should look at it in more or less a similar way, because with M-Pesa, there's a physical amount of the same figure that you have on your M-Pesa in Trust Bank somewhere. Each digital amount of money you may have on M-Pesa has an underlying physical asset to it in a trust bank. And similarly with stable coins, they work more or less in a similar way. Stable coins, okay? Then he said it's basically the same way you'd have money in a bank. It's now held digitally, because in a bank you take physical cash, deposit, and then unaiona balance. Now this one is just digital money that you're seeing on a digital wallet. Then he said M-Pesa float is always backed by real cash. Central bank is the one that regulates the M-Pesa system. Let's now go to Yellow Card as a platform. So Yellow Card as a platform is an exchanger, and he was very clear. He said you're supposed to look at Yellow Card as a digital or P2P digital payment system. The same way M-Pesa is actually a digital payment system. So if you think of it like that, it will help. But there's a bit of a difference with the crypto platforms, because the crypto platforms have different types of cryptos or blockchains. That's what they're called. There is stable coins, and stable coins are similar. These ones are the ones, now I insist and repeat, they are the ones that are similar to M-Pesa. Why are they similar to M-Pesa? Because stable coins are dollar equivalent one, and they are backed by physical assets as well, or rather they have underlying physical assets as well. What do I mean by this? The same way that I said from the beginning. If on M-Pesa you have 100 shillings, there's actually an equivalent 100 shillings physical cash in a trust bank of the same amount. Stable coins is the same. Okay, now let's move to the second layer. There are other blockchains or cryptos, for example, Bitcoin, which are not stable coins. Those ones, for me, I feel like Bitcoin is also, he called them speculative coins. So speculative coins, their value is not guaranteed. When you buy, it can go up, it can go down, and it's not guaranteed. Also, the value, the digital value, is not necessarily backed by a physical asset. He wasn't clear on that one. So it's not the same for speculative coins. Speculative coins you can buy today, it crashes tomorrow. Okay? Stable coin, I repeat, dollar equivalent, backed by underlying assets. Then the third coin, I've said is stable, speculative. And the third one, he talks about there are some blockchains or crypto that are built to have utility to create value. So these ones, I kind of understood it like stocks, right? Because he was talking about utilities. They have utilities in finance, entertainment, communication. So to me, it gave me the idea like the concept of stocks. So you could have a stock in Apple, a stock in this, a stock in that. These ones also are very high risk because they go up and down. So those are the three kind of he talks about. What I'm not clear about is whether the speculative and the utility ones are the same. But he talks about blockchains and crypto that are built to have utility to create value. So in a similar way that stocks operate, that is how you'd make money from these ones, because there's the amount you buy the coin for, so you can gain from if you sell it at a higher price. That's the first way you can gain. Actually, no, there's no dividend. Sorry, I'm bringing stocks here and there's no stock. Sorry. Here, you gain by if you buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. That's all you need to know. Hakuna stories of dividends. Sorry. They are only similar to stocks in the underlying concept. Yeah, because like he said, they are built to have utility to create value in different industries like finance, entertainment, communication. Let's go back to the beginning. Then he talks about, again, cryptocurrency blockchain similar to M-Pesa. It was very clear to explain that, the same way M-Pesa when it started, people were resistant. People felt like, what is this? Like we're used to cash. What is this? He kind of implied that with crypto and blockchain, it's also something that's here to stay. And regardless of people being resistant to it, eventually it's standing the test of time, because it's still, 10 plus years, 30 plus years, like it's been here for some time, right? He says crypto or blockchain has been there for some time, but the different coins are the ones that, new ones keep coming every other time. So you might think, okay, fine, I don't know, Ethereum has been there from X number of years, but the whole blockchain crypto is not new. He was very clear on that. Then he said Yellow Card is an exchanger. Again, I repeat, they're facilitators or intermediaries, right? And Yellow Card, in this case, they built their platform to support locals or to support the African countries that they operate in, support the people or their customers and clients to convert the stable coin, the dollar equivalent coins, to their local currencies. So one of the things that I feel like needs to be reiterated is that Yellow Card is a P2P payment system first. Like, you can send me money in the Netherlands, I send you money in Kenya instantly, like M-Pesa. Before even the trading and everything, it is that. And you as a consumer or a potential client, you need to look at it as, is this a tool that could be useful to me in one way or another? And if you need to answer that question, you need to look at things like, are you looking for better ways to send and receive money from, your clients? If you're probably a freelancer, are you looking for easier ways to do business if you're a businessman? Because he gave examples like import and export. Car buyers and sellers, they're able to use stable coins to trade with, Japanese or Europeans or whatever. Even buying and selling of, because Kenya is a trade, we import more than we export. So we do a lot of trading. If you're in business, it's worth considering this P2P platform to be able to trade with, people. So things you should think about when it comes to, the platform. Or rather, he was talking about the issues that people have, or the perceived issues people have regarding these exchangers or intermediaries that use blockchain as payment options or trading options. So there's the perceived risk. I did a Q&A on my Instagram and everyone was just like, there's so many scammers on crypto, there's so many this, there's so many that. So the perceived risk is real. Don't get me wrong, because he was very clear that crypto is not regulated in Kenya. And the central bank came out very clear about it. So there is some semblance of risk, especially the speculative coins. But it still brings in the ease of trade, ease of sending money, ease of operating if you operate in foreign currency, accessibility, because the platform is available so easily, and the perceived cost. And me, as somebody who lives abroad and I send money in and out of Kenya, this perceived cost is a big one. Because for us, let's even not go far. When you're even in Kenya, if you look at, I'll ask the editor to add something here. If you try to look at the buying and the selling prices of foreign exchange, like dollar, for example, you'll always see this such a huge gap between how much they'll buy the dollar from you and how much they'll sell you the dollar. Now, platforms like Yellow Card, these intermediaries, they help us consumer or potential clients to reduce that cost. Because you lose money. You lose quite a bit of money when you choose if you transfer with the wrong person. And this is a way for you, if you're someone who does, send and receive money a lot, to save, So yes, the adoption has taken long in some areas. Adoption or adaptation of these blockchain and cryptos in Kenya because of course of the scamming and the fear and the risk, right? But at the end of the day, like I said, this thing is here to stay. He was very clear on that, and it has stood the test of time. Every time people have doubted it, bad or equal, like it's still here, right? So anyway, once you decide to use it, then you can decide if it's an investment tool that will serve financial goals, right? So first of all, it's a P2P digital cash system. So it's used to send and receive money, similar to M-Pesa, and this one is used through the stable coin. Then 2, it's also used for trading of speculative or those other utility coins that he was talking about. Okay, I hope I've simplified it. Then a very good question was posed on the interview. He talked about, is Bitcoin a possible Ponzi scheme? Because we know in Kenya, Ponzi schemes zinatumalizanga big time. And what is a Ponzi scheme? Ponzi scheme is like when people, even the other day there was that one. That one. And I'll try to put a clip of it here. There was that one where, the early adapters of Ponzi schemes always gain, or they always are perceived to receive the profit. And then the later ones are the ones, their money kinawaramba because their money was used to pay the early adapters. I hope you know how Ponzi scheme works. The money for this one pays this one, the money for this one pays that one. So Bitcoin, people always perceive it to be as such. So yes, in terms of this when you're crypto trading rather on these platforms, you need to be very careful. You need to stick to, if you're trading through the app, use the app. It's just like, all these other digital platforms like Uber and Airbnb. You don't take transactions out of the app and now expect safe. If you're supposed to trade in the app, use the app, do the P2P transactions on the app, and then it's much easier for the provider or exchanger intermediary to support you in case of any challenges. So he was very clear, yes, there is fraud in this industry, but mainly it comes from lack of knowledge, due diligence, and the fact that of course it's unregulated. But that is why they're making efforts to, bring people like us on board, because for me, I do educational content and I realized I cannot be pushing this brand without educating you guys about it. And the fact that I just internalized it and the bell just rang, I was just like, camera, I have to share this immediately. But anyway, I digress. I will summarize what I've said to this point. My understanding is there were 3 types of coins he talked about. Stable coins are very important for you to know. Stable coins are dollar equivalent that are backed by underlying assets, okay? There is USDT. Actually, now I'll even go ahead and add more information. There's USDT and USDC he talked about. Then he said that the founders of these stable coins took a certain amount of dollars and placed them in the US treasuries, and they created an equal amount of all that money that they took and put in that treasury, and they created this stable coin. Clear? Yeah. Speculative coins, like he talked about them, their value is not guaranteed. I'll repeat the example. You can buy it today, tomorrow it's 0, okay? Then there is the ones he talked about that are built to have utility to create value. So there's different types of crypto blockchains. He compared it to the way we have different mobile money operators in Kenya, meaning there's different blockchain networks and crypto is only one of them. Okay, so let's now break down the stable coin, because the stable coin is what, for me, it tickled my fancy, because it's a way for, on my platform, there were so many questions about better ways to send and receive money, foreign exchange, Kenyans abroad, Kenyans who work with clients abroad. There's a lot of that, freelancers, all that. And it's very strange that people never consider this USDT, USDC options, because again, we say they are dollar equivalent and the cost is probably much less than the Wise or all these other options that are there. But oh my goodness, let me not start bashing other people, but they're not bad. The cost variation is there. Even using different banks, there is a cost variation to it, right? He did mention that The stable coins are called stable coins because they do not fluctuate as much as the speculative and the utility ones. Yeah, but nothing is guaranteed. It was very clear, nothing is guaranteed. Anything can happen tomorrow. He added that USDC is regulated in the US and it's extremely stable because of that, because it's regulated in the US. Yellow Cards is founded by Americans. So they do follow the American financial institutional standards. Yellow Card offers the most stable coins on their platforms, give a protective caveat to their clients, but as always, nothing is 100% guaranteed. He mentioned that. So why buy the stable coin, right? I can just trade in dollar. Why buy the stable coin? As a customer, you have to look at your problem or your issues that you would like a particular service or provider to support you with, right? So the challenges, like I said, as Kenyans living abroad, we face a lot is the cost and the charges we face to send money back home. And if it's possible for you to send that money to somebody in Kenya and for that person to receive more local currency, of course, that is a better option for you. And those are the things we need to look at, other options beyond the conventional ways of sending money back home. Leave alone the fact that before it used to, you have to go to a bank, do a bank transfer, it will take 2 to 3 days. Yellow Card, ease of access from your phone. So ease of transaction, it's basically giving you an alternative solution. It's not replacing what we were doing before. And that's the other perception that people tend to have. The same way when M-Pesa came, people were resistant to it because we were used to cash. It never replaced cash because of course even today people still use cash. And with Yellow Card, same thing. We should think of it like this. It's a digital exchanger that will give you access to your funds globally, or be giving you access to be able to trade with your funds globally or send and receive money globally, but it will not be replacing the dollar. That's not the purpose of it. And never think of it like it's trying to replace it. You as an individual, you have to look at your situation and I'm like, okay, if I want to spend less or if I want to send the money now and I don't have the 2-3 days, then this is a possible option for you to try. So we need to build customer confidence in these blockchains and tools so that the fear of being scammed, it can get off us and we're able to be confident enough to try, because these new age innovations are there to stay. And the more you fight them, you're literally just preventing growth and development to yourself. Keep in mind, due diligence, being careful is a given. It's important. It's a given. But at the end of the day, you cannot hide behind a curtain. It's like if somebody had said hatutaki internet, hatungeikuwa na internet, like would never had internet because you are scared that your information would be stolen on the internet. There's always pros and cons to any platform, and if you find a way to protect yourself and use the tool to benefit you, you should not be scared of the tool. And yeah, now I am yapping. Let me get back to my point. In conclusion, once you understand the benefits of the platform and how it will ease or improve a situation or issue you may be having when it comes to transacting in foreign currency, for example, then you can appreciate the value it brings to you. And that's easier for you to adapt to it. We repeat, there are so many blockchains and crypto options on this platform. It's up to you to decide which one is the safest one for you to use. He gave an interesting example that Kenyans currently even use Telegram, like the Telegram, to trade because there are digital wallets that are there, and Telegram has like 1 billion users, you were saying, and you can send each other money to somebody in Russia, somebody in Croatia, somebody in the US in Telegram. That's why he started the baseline of the conversation by saying it's similar to M-Pesa and principles need the same, specifically for the stable coin. And if you think of Yellow Card as a P2P digital payment platform, it of course has other uses. There is that, what I've said, the first option, it's a P2P digital payment platform. It can also be used for trading, and it has an academy as well within the platform. You look at the opportunities for you as an individual, it gives you to the world and beyond. Looking at it as the payment option, learning about the stable coins, learning about Bitcoin and the infrastructure that it gives, that currently it has like access to over 20 African countries, the access that it gives you in Africa and beyond. The examples are plenty. And if you as a potential client sees the value in using this platform, do not hesitate. You can use my referral code is BARBS. I'll put it here. I will put a snippet of how to sign up. Personally, I'm going to try doing it because I do pay my team in Kenya in dollars and I usually convert it, but now we want to try using this platform as basically a payment P2P platform, and probably will insert a clip here, to show you. Then after the clip, I will see you in the next video. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. And if you found this video interesting, please give it a like and thumbs up. If I said anything that needs clarification or needs more questions, I will still be possibly having a live with one of the team members from Yellow Card. So I will seek clarification on some of the things that I've said here in layman language, of course, and seek clarification on some of the things that I said. But like I said, personally, these are the way I understood the key learnings and the takeaways from that interview that the country manager of Yellow Card had. Okay, so thank you for watching until this point. Like and follow for more, and see you in the next video.